Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a video from testbook.com.
Jai Hind guys, welcome you on Testbook.com and I am Nitin Mishra, your English educator. And here in the class you can see we have taken one article of the editorial. And this obviously gives you one insight. The heading itself says quota politics. I mean, the article published in the editorial has something to do with the quota politics. And further, the brief can be taken as the Adityanath regime's move to confer SC status on 17 backward castes has no legal basis. I mean to say, probably something has been taken into measures that the change into the 17 backward caste obviously has unlawful act. And there is no law, there is no legal action behind it. So let's have a look towards what passage, what article suggests us. So it starts with the Uttar Pradesh government latest attempt to extend the benefits available to scheduled castes to 17 castes that are now under the other backward class, which is OBC list, has no legal basis and appears to be aimed at making political gains ahead of a round of by-election to the state assembly. So you can see the tone that can be seen here seems to be a bit critical, which is trying to point out the problems, negativity, and the negative side of what has been taken into measures. Further, it says that a round of by election to the state assembly, it is fairly well known that parliament alone is vested with the power to include or exclude any entry in the SC list under Article 347 of the Constitution. Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment Thawar Chand Gehlot has clarified his position in parliament while suggesting that the state government follow due process. Uttar Pradesh has unsuccessfully tried to get some backward caste declared as scheduled caste in the past. So once during the tenure of Mulayam Singh, the caste assignment has again during the rule of Akhilesh Yadav in 2016, a notification was issued stating that 17 castes were to be treated as scheduled caste. So if you will analyze these lines as a, I guess, article, it puts the subject in a very strong way that these 17 caste is obviously measures wrongly, unlawful act it was, and the major governments, probably the Sapa government and other Mulayam Singh Congress government, has done it. And further, if we move on to the next part of the editorial, you can see that it says the matter reached the Allahabad High Court, but in an interim order in March 2017, the court observed that in case of any certificates were issued on the basis of notification, this would be subject to outcome of litigation. Though it is quite apparent that it is not a judicial directive, the state government has asked authorities in all district to issue certificate to those from these caste. No doubt these 17 caste comprise the most disadvantaged among the backward classes. Categorizing the backward classes into 2 or 3 sections has been seen as one way to apportion the benefit of reservation against many social groups. In such an exercise, these castes may qualify for a compartment within the OBC quota. And now you can see the I guess theme that is deriving in a one direction. We have a problem, and how we are deriving towards the outcome that causes the problem. More than 2 years later, this order has been utilized by the Yogi Adityanath government to resort and restore the proposal in an oblique manner. However, treating them as a scheduled caste is beset with problems. For one thing, they may not qualify to be treated as SC, that is scheduled caste, because they may not have suffered untouchability and social discrimination. And if we move on to the next, which is last part of the article, that says, given the legal limitations on the state government's power to expand the scheduled caste list, it is not difficult to discern a political motive behind any move to confer ST status on sections of the OBC. Further, it says, when the Samajwadi Party was in power, one could say moving them to SC list would have freed up more opportunities for the influential and politically dominant Yadavas in the OBC category. It happened when Yadav Sarkar, when Mulayam Singh Sarkar, Samajwadi Sarkar was in power. Further, it says that for the present BJP regime, the move could help carve out a vote bank from the newly declared SC group, and the Bahujan Samaj Party, which has opposed the move both in parliament and outside, understands that new addition would shrink opportunities for the existing caste in the SC list. That is why its leader, Ms. Mayawati, has hinted that reservation pie can be shared among more claimants only if its size is increased. The UP government would be well advised to avoid misleading vulnerable sanctions with the promise of SC status. So this is how basically we can go around. So I believe after reading the article, we can conclude that what kind of tone the author carries and what subject has been discussed. Obviously, it was that when a party came into power, they tried to create and get the benefit of this into the vote bank, and they tried to enhance and encash that vote bank. So these are just the very, I guess, actions and reactions, what they do on the basis of when they are in power. So coming on to the important vocabularies, I guess now we can say that the true the true tone of the passage can be critical, and the heading was Quota politics, and the Adityanath regime's move to confer ST status on 17 backward caste has no legal basis. Okay, so the first word that is to be discussed here is interim. What does it mean? And you can see the usage in the statement sentence. So if you will see the word, you can see the meaning of the word is temporary and intended to be used or accepted until something permanent exists. That is called interim. So in the meantime can be taken as a synonym. So antonym can be taken easily as the end when something has been taken as permanent. Example sentence says there will be an interim government to oversee the transition to democracy, and hence you can use this word. And you can see that this is taken as interim because temporary, not permanent, exists of something. Okay, the question has already been asked in the examination, various examinations. So this question is asking us the antonym of the word interim, as interim means temporary. So I guess permanent can be taken as the correct answer, and you can see permanent is the correct answer, which is option choice number 1. Let's move on to the next question. And the next word was, I guess, apportion. Apportion. So let's discuss this word. Apportion basically means to give or share out something, especially either blame, money, and several, I guess, these aspects among people and things. Synonyms will be allocate. And example that can be seen here, when we know how much is profit, then we can apportion the money, divide the money among or between us, and this is how we basically do. So allocate can be taken as a synonyms to the word. and there has to be obviously some questions, so let's face it. The question asks you to find out and choose one which can be substitute the word, I mean synonyms. So to apportion or to distribute basically means what? आपको आंसर करना है, and the correct answer is that option which is 4, that is to divide, to allot something, can be taken as a correct answer. Not allot, इसका मतलब तो आप जानते ही हैं. So this is not the correct answer. Allot करना किसी चीज को can be taken as a synonyms. And as you can see, option 4 is the right answer, that is allot. Okay, and the remaining word are allot means of a great extent, especially quantity. Allot means obviously something that doesn't exist. Allot means an uncouth or aggressive person. So इसका different meaning है, ये exist नहीं करता. Allot का मतलब आप जानते हैं, and allot means to divide or distribute. Okay, let's move on to the next I guess word, that is oblique. A good word here. When we discuss oblique, it is important for you to understand that having a sloping direction like angular or angular position can be taken as oblique, something like this. So bent means झुका हुआ can be taken as a synonyms, and direct is the antonym. Let's have the example sentence. Example sentence is, through the window came the last few oblique rays of evening sunshine. Okay, and the next word is disconcern. Disconcern basically refers to the meaning to see something, recognize something, or understand something that is not clear, and distinguish can be taken as the synonyms. And as the picture suggests, you can see how the person is discern, and antonym should be avoid. Example sentences, it is difficult to discern any pattern in this figure means to distinguish any figure in this pattern. Okay, and the word can be taken as a question as well. What do you mean by the word that is discerned? Discerned means something that is not very clear. तो आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर करेक्ट आंसर हमारे लिए हो जाएगा ऑप्शन 3. सो ऑप्शन 3 noticed can be taken as a correct answer. Moving on to the next word, that is vulnerable. Vulnerable, again a very important word, that means able to be easily physically, emotionally, mentally hurt. Something that can be easily hurt either by physically, emotionally, or mentally, that is called vulnerable. Influenced or attacked, so something that can be attacked, influenced, or hurt in or by any means, that is vulnerable. Synonyms will be Achilles heels, and invulnerable can be antonyms. So example that says tourists are more vulnerable to attack because they do not know which area of the city is to avoid, and hence we can usually take this example as a good way of learning. And one question can be seen here, which of the following word is the most opposite in the meaning of the word vulnerable? And I guess the antonym will be option choice. Obviously, as you can see, that will be protected, because hurt करने को आप vulnerable कह रहे हैं तो protected हो जाएगा इसका ठीक antonym. So protected will be option 4 as the correct answer for the question. Okay, let's move on to the question next, and the next question and next word is right here with a different outlook. It is another article. So from the editorial there has been 2 different articles. The second article is about reclaiming the Indo-Pacific narratives, and the word is reclaim. The meaning of the word reclaim is to take back something that was yours, I mean to restore something. So antonym will be harm. I reclaimed my suitcase from the lost luggage office, I mean restored it, I got it back. And next word is pervades, that refers to when qualities, characteristics, or smell pervades a place or thing. They spread through it, are present every part of it. Something that pervades can be available everywhere. And diffuse can be taken as a synonym. So example is the film movie is a reflection of the violence that spread our culture, that I guess moves through our culture. Okay, moving on to the question that has been asked in the bank examination, that find out which of the word can be taken as a good usage of the word, and you can see the correct answer is B and C, that has been used this word pervades. Wait, I guess it is time to rediscuss this, क्योंकि यहाँ पर तीनों ही स्टेटमेंट में आपको ये वर्ड देखने को मिल रहे हैं. आपको बताना है करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा, एंड दे आर नॉट बी एंड सी बेसिकली. सो यू कैन सी द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन चॉइस नंबर 5 विच इज नन ऑफ दीज, क्योंकि परवेट का जो एक्चुअल मीनिंग है दैट डजंट एग्जिस्ट इन द ABC statement, and here statement है A is to use conclude, जो कि pervade से बिल्कुल different है. Subdued obviously and insulated, so ये तीन word यहाँ पे correct होंगे and hence we can correct it. Option 5 will be taken as a correct answer. Tangible, that obviously has I guess physical existence, so real not imaginary is called tangible, that can be touched, show or experience, and discernible is the synonyms, and conceptual, that is intangible, can be taken as an antonym. Example sentences: other tangible benefit, I mean physically existing benefit, include an increase in salary and shorter working hours. Now the last I guess question, tangible का synonym बताना है. इसका basic meaning होता है something that physically exists. So correct option will be option choice number 1, which is I guess tactile and can be taken as a synonym. I hope that you would have enjoyed this session, that is the Hindu vocab session with analysis, and I wish you a good luck. Have a great fantastic academic journey, do well in the examination, work harder, work smartly. This is Testbook and I am Nitin Mishra, and I will see you in the next class. Thank you. Jai Hind guys.